Hello, my friends out there in the crypto world, DeFi, IoT, Latin America. Hey, you know what? Today I want to talk to you about, everybody's focused on projects of today where you can get your earnings today. And people are coming in. Helium's still new. I mean, it's not that old, right? But you're still coming into Helium, and your earnings are going to be good still, but not like they were in the beginning days. So there's a lot of potential out there still with the projects now. But let's talk today about things you can start to get involved with now, evolve, get to know, and then in time, there's going to be a solution to a current problem, and you can be involved in that now. Let's talk about that today a little bit and where you can make some money in crypto, where the future's heading, and how you can get involved in it today. So let's talk about that here at DeFi IoT Latin America, thinking about tomorrow. Before we begin, I need to make a disclaimer. Here at DeFi IoT Latin America, we are not professional financial advisors, or are we paid by any company to promote certain products. We here at DeFi IoT Latin America, we invest our own money. We take our own risks. We learn, we make mistakes, and we share what we learn, our successes and our mistakes with you. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit the bell, give us a thumbs up, and write to us what more you'd like to learn. Let's go in now and see what else we can share with you. A lot of competition. So once these companies start coming online, which they're already coming online, the metaverse is developing, with Facebook jumping in, Microsoft jumping in, they're going to push this to where it's going to develop even faster. So we're choosing to get in now before everybody else is getting in. Costs are cheaper. You know as well as I do. As soon as somebody has a YouTube video on it, when it's already making a lot of money, then everybody's going to jump in and start buying it. Good luck finding it on eBay if it's going to be a higher price, and good luck even finding it on Amazon or Best Buy or any place else you're going to try to buy it. So the idea we have now is we're investing in what we can do now. We're also investing in what's coming tomorrow. So we feel this year alone, you can start getting return off it. You might even be able to ROI or ROII, better said, this year on an investment. Now, let's go and take a look at this. So be the internet. I want to jump down here. Farming is what this is called. And one of the reasons they call this farming is because you're not really mining in a traditional sense, like you have Bitcoin miners and so forth, your Ethereum miners, but you're actually, they call it farming because they really, the company behind this, they're more of a European company. The leadership behind this actually, we'll talk about in a minute, but actually there's some experience and leadership behind it in developing internet. And this is kind of an edge internet. So you can say, well, providing internet, how's that going to actually make money in like the United States, for example, right? Well, here's the thing. It's actually an edge type of an internet. In other words, it goes out to where people and certain technologies are not, right? So providing cloud storage can be any place. Providing internet, well, maybe you don't need that in a city where you have internet everywhere. But you get outside and get into the mountainous areas and so forth where it's not internet. I know where my house is at, there's not a lot of internet there. And there's a lot of country where even in the United States, there's not internet. So you can plug these things in and create a type of an internet and even a Wi-Fi so that the other people can come in and use this. And when they use this, this is where you're also going to get compensated for providing and for usage. Now, not just use it for storage, but actually use it for what you're going to provide. So you can farm this. How easy is this? Well, you get this thing. You pull out the box. I took a look at it. You plug it in. You actually, it's really simple. You actually name your farm. It's already named. You plug it in if you buy directly from them. You plug it in and the 3-node, and it actually comes up with your name, actually register where you are, because you're going to tell them ahead of time the location you're going to put it at, and you just put your Ethernet cable, plug it into the device itself. Now, the device is small. It's a small device, like a small shoebox, actually. It's not a very big device. I don't have it here with me, or I'd show you, but I have seen it. And then you earn income from it. So basically, they want to expand the world, and this is what the Titan looks like. Okay, it's called the Titan, and it is the 3-node miner, a 3-fold miner, and the 3-node 3-fold. And this is what theirs looks like you can buy from them. Now, what's that cost? We're going to get in that a little bit. It costs about $1,100 right now with the value of the dollar. It was about $1,050 when we bought ours. So it's a little bit expensive, a little expensive side. However, I've heard rumor months ago, but I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard rumor that they're going to provide other types of actual less costly and a more costly system. So your data is going to be less, your capacity to earn is going to be less, and then it'll be greater. So I'm sure that the price is going to reflect either way. You're going to have higher terabytes for memory storage, and you also have or SSD storage, and you also have a greater capacity in your CPU, so you can generate more income, but you're also going to probably pay more money for that, like with the SC Prime, for example. As well as there'll be one that's smaller that will pay less money, but you also pay less money to get in. Now, here's something we're going to talk about too. You can actually build this yourself. You don't have to go buy this Titan. So what I'll do today is we're going to put down some links below that will actually show you a little bit of an area where it can explain a lot more, and where you can go do it yourself as well if you want to. Now, you need to be tech savvy to do this yourself a little bit. It's not very difficult. You can figure it out if you have patience and you'd like to do this, and you have time to do it. It's something you can do and start building it, and it's a lot less costly. Let's go into that a little bit. So you can build this yourself, and then you'll earn what's called a TFT, right? And your TFT is earned by farming. Now, let me see if I can find here. I'm going to go see if I can find actually how you farm. Before I jump into that, I want to show you a little bit about their timeline. Okay, they've come a long way. Like I said, they started about 15 years ago developing the software. In 2015, Threefold then was founded, right? 2019, it started launching actual software, the Zero OS. 2020 is when it started actually launching out its, sending out their, well, actually 2021 is when they started sending out to actually get in line and get on a wait list. But at the end of 2020, they had like the first generation of these hotspots, if you will, these providers. And then they had the second generation in 2021, about June or so, they came out with the third generation, which is the one we have now, right? So this is where for 2021, they started actually the first fully comprehensive peer-to-peer cloud was actually then developed, and then self-sovereign communication and social tools are going to come out this year, and they're going to keep working down this timeline, right? So they right now have about 5,000 community members. And like I said, there's about 5,000 of these units that are now going out. So we're talking about the whole world. This is brand new. So we're getting involved new. I repeat, you get into this now and you're not going to make a lot of money right now. The money's going to come later, but you're going to get into it now at a lower threshold than when you get into it later. And you're going to be one of the first to be able to have that reliability to be able to store data on. So people have to come and pick you and choose you. So when you have that distance and time there, it's almost like buying on eBay. The more sales, the more reports and comments you have on eBay, the more secure somebody feels about buying with you. It's going to be the same concept with these data storage providers, and that's going to be us. So if we build more confidence, then we're going to be able to have more people. So getting involved now is what's going to allow us now to then build that credibility and create a market for us down the road. In fact, many times they're saying this is a 5-year outlook. They're looking at this kind of 5 years. Some are saying depends on the size of the system and what you buy and what you do. You could make over $600,000 or better than that in 5 years. I'm not going to throw numbers out there. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying what things I've read. The numbers are not there yet, okay? So let's jump in there. So we're talking about being the internet. We just discussed this a little bit about how farming. Let's go to, what it means by be the internet, that means you and I, all of us, we are the internet. So it's the new concept of internet. It's more secure than a current internet. Blockchain through the internet, but now blockchain was securing the internet, but still internet breaches. 3.0 now, we can come out and make it even more secure, providing blockchain decentralized. So it's a win-win. We help the world, we help decentralize, we help make it more secure, and we get paid for doing that, and we make more provision for the hundreds of thousands of people who don't have access to internet. Actually, it's more than that. I don't know the exact number is, but I know there's many, many people who don't have access to internet, believe it or not. So here we go. Let's go here to bring this to wrap this up here. So the media, we're going to meet the emerging demand. What's the emerging demand? We're going to have 800 billion of revenues expected for the cloud market by 2025. So I was off. 800 billion. $800 billion. Remember something. That's just under $1 trillion. So think about what $1 trillion is going to bring us, right? What $1 trillion is. If I'm not mistaken, that we would take, if we spent $1 every second for all of our lives, it would take us 30,000 years. So we're going to talk about 800 billion now. right, revenue is expected in the cloud data market by 2025. That's over the next 4 years. You're going to have over 70 billion new devices that are expected to go online in the next 4 years. Are you going to be one of them? I know we're going to be many of those. Well, not many of the number, but we're going to have many of our own. And over 1 billion people are still expected to digital access by 2025. That's where I got the billion from, right? So you're going to have here 125 zettabytes of storage capacity needs to be created by 2025. So we get involved now. Next year, we're looking at this as we're going to make more money. It's going to keep going. The metaverse is only going to develop. By the time we hit 2025, we should be doing well. I mean, the projections, if they come through, as I said, they're going to come through, I believe they will. People are staying home more. People are afraid to leave. So you're going to have more people use that augmented reality to go do things, have drones and robots bring it to their house. We've seen movies now, many movies come out showing just that. So it's already being preconditioned. We're going that direction, especially this generation coming into adulthood right now, as we talked about. Well, let's move on here. Is it safe? The quantum safe file system is a point I want to make here. That quantum safe allows now for smart contracts to come on and be even more secure than they were on the original blockchain. So quantum safe right now is what is known as being very safe internet, non-hackable. That gives us our privacy, and we get to control our data that's being used as well. And we get to control what, how to say so, and how our data is used. Not like what Amazon does with our data now, or even others, Facebook, Zuckerman, and others, where how they use our data to what they want to do, but they don't pay us for it. So we can actually control that. There's many ways we can do that, actually, and you get paid cryptocurrency for doing it. Now, who are their partners? Well, OwnCloud is one that really impresses me, and I'm going to show you an actual OwnCloud conference that took place back in September, and I'll leave a link so you can go in and start doing your own research. Remember, we want you to do your own research. We're just letting you know where we're going and why we're going, okay? So if it helps you at all, fantastic. That's the idea. Give you some ideas, plant a seed, and you can grow from there. Giving you exact numbers, I can't do that right now. We can look at the SC Prime, basically, the kind of giving numbers right now, talking about maybe $2 a terabyte a day. So if you're out there having 72 terabytes, you're making $104 a day on SC Prime, which is very something similar. So I think you're going to start seeing that competition out there. So it gives you kind of an idea where this can go. But we don't have any numbers exact, especially on Threefold right now. And on SC Prime, it's all calculations. We're brand new getting into this, but this is the time to get in. It's risky, because it could take a complete shift on us. But we know from history, last 20 years, last 10 years, more so yet, that cloud storage is growing and it's not safe. And so data storage and digital, where currencies are going and so forth, is going to grow. Imagine when currencies go digital. China's supposed to do that this year, this quarter. You're talking about U.S. trying to push a 3 to 5 year agenda to make the dollar go digital. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, but all you got to do is read what the experts are saying. Those reports came out at the end of last year, what their desires are. You've got Peru, Brazil, Colombia, and other countries talking about making their currency digital. Look, it helps them control and fight that whole inflation idea. It gives them more power over money, the banking system as well. We don't go peer-to-peer. We can't just trade money anymore in the future. That's why cryptocurrency strengthened as it is so much, because it's going to maintain, I don't want to have my glasses in my hand all day today, but it's going to maintain that privacy model where we can actually have control over what we exchange with each other. And the metaverse is going to have its blockchain, it's going to have its digital, right? It's going to have its encrypted, and it's going to have a digital, so it's going to have both in there. So what we're talking about now is that storage. So cloud storage is going to help secure that. It's an app you can download your phone, as well as think about a lot of partners here. If you look at, right, Dash, Digibyte, as well as another blockchain digital asset, Harmony, which is another one you can get involved with. You've got a lot of different ball players. Pre-search, you can actually put pre-search, you can actually run pre-search on your actual homemade 3-node, if you will, on a one you create it yourself, when you build yourself a DIY. You can do that yourself. I mean, you can put 3-node and run it at the same time. So there's multiple ways to make money off that system, that providing system at one time. Not just one. There's 2, 3, 4 ways you can make money, as we talked about before with the graphics cards now. They're not making a lot of money. So what you can do with them with the digital video games in the metaverse, while you're mining. Now, it does reduce some of your earnings, but then it can pick back up again. But you're also making money while, like, there's 3 or 4 ways you can do it on your computers. There's a lot of ways we can adapt now and grow. So many opportunities. A lot of obstacles coming too that we got to be careful of. So we got to be safe, and we got to worry a little bit about what, don't put a lot of trust out there. We don't want to be trusting anybody. What we want to do is not have to trust. We just know for a fact that this will protect us. So having the fact that they have these partners, and then we come in, this Christoph, this gentleman was involved, apparently from what I've heard, is this gentleman was involved with actually helping develop the internet system in Europe. So there's some experience here of how to now reach people with internet. So this is good. And apparently this team, I don't know any of them personally, or I shouldn't say I've done the research on them, but with the reviews I've done on this team is a team that's knowledgeable. So they have an idea of why they're going, where they're going, and why they're going there. And that's very important. Now, I can't confirm that because I haven't done any research on them. So do your own homework as well, please. I want to wrap this up now. We can become part of the internet. You can jump on the same threefold.io, and you can come in and just see this whole thing. You can go into everything, the fundamentals, how to set up your own account, how to charge your wallet with the token, how the billing system works, the payouts, and so forth. It's all here, right? Here's an idea of what they're talking about of some sort of revenue with the actual miner you can buy that we're going to talk about now. You're looking at here being paid in a CU, SU, and an NU. So basically, you're going to have a CPU cores, you're going to have your memories, CPU cores, your SSD, right, and your NU. So your NU, you're going to get paid for, your SSD, and your CPU. Basically, that's how you get paid. An idea is you're looking at this, and I don't know if this is a monthly. I kind of think this is a monthly return here. I think they're projecting this coming at the same 6 cents it is right now. It's only at 6 cents, 0.06. Not that they have a 6 cents, but 6 cents. And you're looking at basically, about $7.75. You're talking about $7.75, $2.25, and $2.32. So basically about $240 a month at 6 cents right now with 1,000 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, right? So not a bad return. Like I said, that's $1,000 investment. So it's going to take you basically, by the time you order it and get it, it's going to take about 6 months to get it to you and get it set up and get an ROI, right? So that's a projection. There's nothing solid on that. So please don't quote me on this. This is just a projection they're giving on a simulus. You can go and look at this yourself, right? Now let's jump around. You can actually go ahead and look at other things if you want to build your own system, what kind of returns you'd get on this. Here's it's a system you can put in for your net profit, as well as what they call a return on investment, but actually it's an ROI, return on initial investment, right? So here's what we're looking at. We're talking about the monthly charges. You're looking at here, $10 a month for your CU, your SU, and your IPv4 prices, which is all your different type of memories we talked about. And then the nodes online actual today are 1,681. Your cores, your memory online, look at this, we're only 131 terabytes, right? And that's for your SSD storage. You got only 3,299 terabytes. HDD is you got your petabytes with 76 petabytes. You don't have a lot growing on this yet. It's still new. However, it's bigger than a cache and some of the other ones. Let's go look at this now. Here's how easy it is. This is your device. You get it. You basically plug it into your power outlet and plug it in your internet, and it goes on. Now, what's that coin worth today? Well, there is 6 cents here, showing now it's a little over 8 cents for the TFT. Okay, token triple is what it's called. Your threefold, can you buy it? I don't know. I can't really confirm whether this is actually in stock or not. It doesn't really tell me if it's in stock, how long it's going to take to get to me. But you can look here. It's 884 euros, so it's about $1,100 today for that. If you want to buy one from them, but you can build yourself. This what comes in right here. Looks like that in the box. It's not a very big unit, like I said. It's kind of a small unit. It's a little bit bigger. It's kind of like a Panther X Helium miner, if you would, right? We can come here. You can look at this on, if you go look at this on eBay, for example, what's it going for here? Look at this. For the pound, you got 1,450. So you're probably talking about $1,600, a little more than $1,500 here to buy that on a secondary market, right? And you can compare that with the rack V2, which is about $600-700. So you're only making a few $100s off that. Look at the BlockFi that we talked about before. The BlockFi is 879 pounds. So you're talking a little more than $900 here. So you can buy that on secondary market if you want to and get it in right away, but you're going to pay a lot more money for it. And you can build, for that $1,500, you can probably build 3 of these yourself. Now, what other companies can you get involved with that are like this, that you can do some homework on yourself? Well, you can jump into, they're probably smaller. I would say 3 nodes probably leading the way right now, with SC Prime coming, I think it's going to come in on them only because of the adaptability for terabytes. And then again, if you build your own, and 3 node is probably the most developed software that's out there right now, I would have to say. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, write it below, please. But you're going to go into, you've got Holo is another, put all these links below. You can go look at, is another cloud hosting, as well as a provider, more so cloud hosting. Holo right now is very inexpensive. It's not even a cent, it's a half a cent for a token. A cache is, very promising. They're not going to come out with a miner like they talked about last year. You can actually go online and do this yourself. And from my understanding, I think you can do this for staking. We're going to go through each one of these more so. We're not in these yet. We've just been looking at them, and we're going to start getting into now. The threefold we're into now. While we haven't hooked it up yet, we got it in hand. We've got, let's go here. What else? We have the Cash Network. You're looking at $2.21 for their token. Then you've got Revelify. Remember we talked about Revelify? We talked about this. We ordered 3 of those, and you could actually still go in. They extended. Haven't had a lot of sales on these, so you just might want to be a little bit careful. We're bought 3 of them. We'll see what happens. And not sure why they're not really selling a lot. They've sold some since we bought ours, but you can still go in and buy that Revelify for the 5 cents, and you get like bonuses from it and so forth. And we'll put the link below too if you want to buy through us. We bought in, and we think Revelify is something that's going to be less costly. It's probably about $600 to $700 for the Revelify. It provides kind of the same that the threefold does. So probably won't buy any more threefolds, but the one, and we'll build our own. And same with Revelify. We bought 3. We'll hook those up. We're going to experiment and show you how it's done and how we did with it. So we can tell you which one the best is over the next months. It's not going to be something that happens tomorrow. But if you want to get involved with this, because before we and others start coming out and telling you what numbers are, if those numbers are good, you're going to wish you got involved now, right? And that's why we're telling you now. Where's another? Well, SC Prime. We like SC Prime. We like what it does. It's showing some really strong potential as well. It's all the same idea of data storage and provision, right? In some sort of cloud provision and internet provision. This is the Shaw miner for SC Prime. This is more data storage, though. More specifically, data storage. Like I said, each one has their niches, has something more specify in. Pre-search we talked about. This is this decentralized search engine. You can actually now, this decentralized search engines we're playing with, you can actually make cryptocurrencies on while you're doing all your research on it. In fact, we got a guy who downloaded it today on the computer, and he already made a little bit of money today. I don't think he'll make $1 today, but if he makes a little bit of money each day, it's something. And you can control what kind of data and how your data is being used, right? Well, here we go. I'm just going to summarize this. I'm going to attach this. This shows with the 3 node, the idea what you can do with it, what you can build on that and mine or actually work at the same time and get paid in 2 or 3 different cryptocurrencies at the same time, right? But I'm going to put in this course here of this own cloud conference that was in September last year. I found it very informational. And then I'm going to put the same with Threefold, and they talk really in depth, a lot more in depth than we're going to right now. Take the time, do your research. Here at DeFi IoT Latin America, we're going to be doing this. We're working on these projects now. We have engineers over here, and they're actually developing the SC Prime. I have another engineer back there doing his homework on Threefold, and we're going to start ordering the parts now. So when I go back and come back, I'm going to bring parts that we can come, the hardware with us that we can actually start working on. So subscribe. If you want to follow with us on this, subscribe, hit the bell. So every time, we get a new video out, we try to put 3 or 4 out a week. And we do the same in English and in Spanish, so we can kind of tell to both worlds. If you want to get involved with this, we'll give you a link so you can do your homework and where you can do it at yourself. Do your homework though, okay? We're going to get involved with it. If you want to wait for us a little bit, we're going to get involved. We're early on this, so there's probably some time still to let us do the homework. Follow us on it. See what we do. If we don't do good at it, I'm going to tell you we don't do good. I don't get paid for it. I want you guys to come where you can make some money and become self-sufficient. I think things are going to get tougher, not better down the road. But I want to show you guys how you can have hope and not worry about it. So subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Write us. We're having a hard time writing back right now. Somewhere we got a problem. And so if we haven't got back to you over the last week, we're working on that right now. We're working with YouTube. Something's wrong. Trying to write and respond. We're having a hard time to it. But DeFi IoT Latin America, we're going to do experiments so you don't have to. Stay with us.